Well, top of the morning to you. I'm back from High Rock Lake. It's a rainy day. Woke up this morning, lots of rain. Raining cats and dogs. Almost stepped in a poodle. Oh, come on, it's early. I ain't even finished my first cup of coffee yet. That's so good. That's good stuff. So, another good stuff. Did not catch a lot. Any big fish, really. No big crappie. No white crappie. Just all black crappie. But the majority of my hits came on this. I'm going to call it the little Tweety bird jig. And it was successful. So I'm going to recreate that, which I have in these right here. Now, you see this is sticking out. It's not really appropriate. Sort of like, looks like your hair in the morning when you first wake up, pointing all different directions. Actually, you can take it and twist them together, and it forms a nicer tail, a nicer pattern. You can do that actually before you dunk it in the water. I don't know why, I always like to dunk my jigs first, but I'll twist them before or dunk them, get them wet, and twist it up so that the tail is uniformed and looks like a more natural, tapered minnow tail. So I'm going to be tying the, let's call it the Tweety Bird High Rock. No, let's call it the Tweety Rock jig. Okay, this is going to be the Tweety Rock. And I'm going to send some of these out to some individuals that extended themselves. You guys are awesome. Ralphie of Ralphie Pure Fishing. Check him out. That guy's constantly catching big slabs, constantly. He is on it. And throwing the local knowledge on me, sending me information, just incredible. Mr. Ben, also sending me good information. You guys are just incredible at the way you extend yourself, and you're so kind with your local knowledge, and these guys are sharp and on it. So thank you very much. Ralphie's Guide Service. Y'all check them out. So anyway, we got us a little here, and they were small fish, but they were loving on that jig. The conditions were a little bit overcast, starting to clear up. So maybe it was a fluke, but these are traditional colors for the lake, so or close to it. So hopefully I found a little niche there that these locals can enjoy. All right, we're getting ready to tie one. Now I'm leaving a little bit of flash on their tail. Individual can trim it up, trim it under, leave it long. Tweety Rock, looking pretty good. Some people will use super glue. Some people will use Sally Hansen hard as nails. Good product. Some people, like I used to do, would use the dollar store clear fingernail polish. Sort of the same thing all the way around. But it remained a scent and stayed a scent. And, crappies are more difficult on scent sometimes. So there we go. That's a Tweety rock right there. And I'm going to try with difficulty. I'm going to try above it. And, you know, see how that goes. Okay, let me move my big fingers and see if you can see what we got going on here. Crappie would say, yum, yum, yum. Okay, I'm going to do 2 ties. One from my perspective and another one trying. I'll try to do it standing over top, which is going to be difficult, but we'll make it work. I use Eagle Claw, laser sharp, Pro V, sickle hook. It's a really beefy hook, and it's quite sharp. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to try this perspective right here. Hopefully y'all can see it. Open up your vise, put it in. I leave the collar on them. I put it about 3/4, halfway, something like that. I have adjusted my vise. So there we go. Okay. There we go. I'm going to leave the collar on, but I'm going to cut off this angled bait keeper probe. Okay, my thread is extended out from my last tie it off. I'm going to take it, twist it. Don't pull it through, folks. I'm going to lay it down here across like this. Go and stretch it out and put my finger on top. Then I'm going to twist it. And I'm going to work it all the way, move my finger back so you guys can see. I'm working it around, and I go below the collar. Wow, you got some tagline. You better cut that off. Nope. That's material. Material costs money. I'm going to flip it back over like this and wind up. I don't go to the point. A lot of people go up to the point or past the point of the hook. I don't. I may change later. Now I'm building up the base beyond the collar so that it's close to the collar but tapered. Okay, I'm going to come between my thread base and the head. Okay, so not cutting your first layer down is using it for material. It's saving your time for cutting. You know, good, bad, jig makers all around going to badmouth me. Okay, now we're going to need the tail section. So I'm going to take a piece of this tail. Hey, hobby store. What color you want? This color. Okay, I'm going to take a big chunk. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes more is too much. So, but I'm going to make one with a little bit more here. And you figure your distance. I'm just sort of eyeing this because I've eyed them before. So there you go. Yeah. Okay, so now I want to sort of pat these even, twist them up, and cut it. Boom. Okay, there we go. I'm going to lay them down here. I'm going to get my flash. This is my flash. It's normally how it comes. It's sort of a thinner flash. Some people use a little bit thicker, which is a little more visible. So I'm going to peel off a piece. And we'll go ahead and peel off this piece. I'm going to double it up. Okay, what is doubling it up going to do? Gives you 2 strings. So right here you got a loop. Look, pinch. I'm going to come down here again and double it up and pinch. And then I'm going to come back again and I'm going to say pinch. Now this is going to have, this will not be long flash. Okay, I'm going to take my scissors here and trim. Come in here to these hoops and trim. Any more? That looks good. Okay, so I'm going to take them, twist them together. I'm going to put that with these. I'm going to get this end even. Okay, now here's a little bit of a tricky part right here with the ball head and the thread base. And my string is wrapped around here. And here's your little tip. Tug that in. Don't break your line. Don't break your string. Chippo, what kind of string do you use? I use some highly technical string I get from Walmart. It's called sewing thread. And according to the bobbin that you have, you either get the small ones or the big ones. I like using the small ones. Okay, so I'm going to get that sort of even. I'm going to put, I'll go ahead and put the flash on the bottom part of the jig. Sometimes I mix it in, sometimes on the top. I'm going to wrap around it. I'll go in a little bit soft and then start getting it hard. And get it all the way tight, tension, but you do it soft with less tension to start with. Now pay attention to this ball right here. You've got a little piece sticking up here. Wait a minute. We're going to pull that in. So you want to get your thread between the ball and your thread base. You don't want a V there. You don't want it piled up either. And you want that tight. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, we're going to use our flashing. Our body. What are we going to use for our body? Hey, pipe cleaners, $1. Woo, get them. Okay, here we go. So this is a thinner wire pipe cleaners, but it's really pretty good. Some people will take off a little bit of material here right on the end. I don't normally bother with it on the thinner ones, on thick ones. Now, when you put this wire up against the ball, you don't want it to overlap. You want it right on the top because, as I said, the ball in your body is where you get and tie your knot. You don't want something laying up over top of it that's going to restrict the tension of your knot and the ability for that to hold. So I'm going to start gentle but with pressure, and then I'm going to continue on down to the end of the body. Okay, the body is here and the tail is here. I don't want to wrap past here. If I wrap past here, then that string's going to get loose. I come up to the edge of the body. If the body and the tail's here, I'll stop right in here. But at the same time, look, see how I'm covering this up? It is secure. And I come up by the collar and the body, and I pull tension. Now, wrap. Some people and some jigs, I'll start wrapping up here. So it's a smaller body. But this one, I want to cover the back side. So this is tricky, but it works out with this thinner one that I come right on the edge of the body and the tail. Sometimes I'll come up on this first knuckle here, but today I'm coming up right here and covering up. Okay, and that should give me 1 wrap, 2 wraps. This is thinner, so I'm going to be doing, I believe, 4 wraps. Okay, now then, I've already got my string going around the head. Now I'm going to go back behind right there. And I'm going to go 2. Now I'm going to rotate and come 3 and behind and in front and behind. Okay, you got to pull your tension. Now I'm going to come behind. But Chippo, you came behind more than you really need to. That's true. But this is wire. This is not chenille. Chenille will, when you pull the string, it'll fold down when you're tightening the string. Wire is wire, and it's going to have tension on it. Okay, so I'm going to rotate this And I'm going to cut this. Now, sometimes you can cut this and your bobbin falls to the desk. So that's a mess there, but it is fixable. Okay, we're going to come back. Now, I want to put my finger around where I just cut the wire. Sometimes that wire will stick out and you've got to tame it back down. Other times you can just use your string to cover it up and tame it down. But I do like to tame it down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to keep tension on my string. And I have a whip finisher. Using a whip finisher, sometimes it's difficult to learn. Place it here, in line. This is going to be your pivot point, and this is also going to be your pivot point. You're going to push it in. You're going to pull it up to the jig, and then twist this, making a triangle. Hold it up here. Now you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, ever important. Pull it in, pull it in. What happens is you're drawing, with the ball head here, you're drawing that string that's up here down to here, in between the body and the head. And that's where you get your good knot. So I did 3. I'm going to do 3 again. See, I messed up there, but you tug it and you make it work. Okay. Now I'm going to do 3 and then finish with 2. 1, 2, 3. And finish with 2. 1, 2. I'm going to snug my line again. Okay, Tweety rock from a standing position. Sort of awkward, but let's give it a try. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to roll through it. I talked my way through it last time, which slowed me down. And now slowing me down, I'm going to be standing up. Not really that comfortable. Oh, that was not a good cut. There we go. That's a little better. Got just enough string to do probably 2 more. Bring my string back. Let's talk more action. Wow, that's a lot, but you know what? That's fine. And sometimes we can pull 2. There we go. That's really short. And we're going to make it work. Let's just do this. We're going to leave few but long. And then we'll trim it up afterwards. Actually, we got these 2 little scraps here. We're going to throw these scraps in. This ought to look perfect. Maybe not perfect, but it's going to look pretty good. Okay. So put it up against the ball, but don't overcrowd it. Just start loose and get tension, get tight on it. So, tying jigs, really fun. You learn a little more about, how fish react, action, colors. Plus, it's fun. Want to hook your buddies up. Want to make some Christmas gifts. Want to make a little money. All these you need a little practice with before you can do more. See, that's a little bit too much. I'm going to take it back and come to here. Smaller collar. That's always a big discretion on all the way up a little bit. Back. Okay, again, coming back around. You want to hold that wire down and tight. Okay, I'm gonna pull this out. I twist it up so I get a better visual on it. And again, sometimes you cut it and that bobbin falls to the floor. But I'll show you how we fix that on another video. Hopefully not on this one. Okay. I'm using like a professional nail clipper. Like when you go to get a manicure or pedicure. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And pull it down. Oh, this is awesome. I've been wanting to do a tie video for a while. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes on my ones that don't have wire that are just soft chenille, I will do 3 and 2 and finish and cut it out on those. Okay. Again, standing up. Questions, comments, thoughts, let me know. Okay, again, that might be a little bit too long there, but I'm going to even them out here, about out to here, and leave it long. Now, like I said, I'll dunk it a lot of times, and then twist, hold it here, hold all my material here, and then twist it, and work my way out, twisting out towards the end. And that will give your material a chance to bind together and come together and then tapered. And if you do this and you still have that wild hair sticking up from the first thing in the morning, you can trim off to see where it wants. Okay, so Tweety bird. Okay, Tweety bird. Tweety bird, Tweety rock. We're going with the Tweety rock right here. I like it, I like it, I like it. And the crappie like it too.